Hey, what's up? Pizza loving nerd here. Now, the audio quality is probably gonna suck in this video because, it this distro I can't figure out how to turn my input volume up, so I'm gonna have to talk loud. So, yeah, that sucks. The distro I'll be reviewing today is called theShell OS, and this is not what it looks like by default. Let me just quickly make it look like what it normally looks like by default. So, hold on. Change background and let's see, settings, input, boom. Yep, it was that easy to make it look like how it came. That easy. I'll get to that later. Oh yeah, it's also using blue instead of orange, but now whoops, I meant to do screen fetch. According to screen fetch, this distro is based off of Arch Linux. It has around 650 packages, except I've installed a bunch more. It says it's using KDE Plasma, because KDE 5.42, but this is actually running a custom desktop environment called theShell, and it's using the K1 window manager. So, yeah, there's that. Now, one thing is, this distro doesn't really feel like a completed distro to me. I feel like this distro is just there to show off the shell desktop environment. And the shell desktop environment isn't pretty good. So it's kind of like what what Solus and Budgie used to be. Solus used to be, oh, we made our own desktop environment. Install Solus so you could take a look at it. This is pretty much what the shell is, except worse. So let's get right into it. So for starters, I had this issue where it literally removed a feature after an update. So the shell has this feature called the wave, which is like Siri but for the shell, or Cortana if you're on Windows. And after updating my system, it literally removed the wave, which sucks because I really liked the wave when I had it. Now another thing is the gateway. I don't like it very much. So if you press this menu, you get the gateway. Now, the gateway does not have any categories, so you either have to scroll through this piece of junk menu, and the scroll bar is way too sensitive. Like, I'm using a mouse pad because this is a laptop, and I barely move my fingers, and I'm already like a fourth of the way through the menu. So that I don't really like this at all, because like I just barely move my fingers and I'm like halfway up the menu, and it's way too sensitive. Now it says, and I'm gonna have to rely too much on the search thing. Speaking of the search, it says I can enter in a web address to quickly open it, and if I do that, oh yeah, I'll get to this issue later. If I do that, it says cannot find the program the web, and then I click on it and it just opens Chrome. Okay, yeah, Chrome's the default browser, but why am I getting that stupid error? And why is it open two windows when I've only searched for it once? Ugh, it's super annoying. Now, the other issue I'm having is, when you install this, it didn't install Grub for me. So I have to dual boot in order to do this. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, you can just install Grub manually, no big deal. Okay, if that's the case, then why did I ask the developer how to fix it on Discord, and he didn't know how to fix it, so I had to dual boot? Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay. Now another thing is, why the heck does this come with two file managers? You get the file, which is a crappy file manager, just probably temporary, and I hate it. And you have Dolphin. So this is the file, and this is Dolphin. As you can see, you can make a folder right here, and you have this crappy, you have your file browser, or you have your directory browser right here, and your files right here. And this is ugly. This is super ugly. So ugh, I hate this. Here's Dolphin, and this is a great file manager with loads of features, and I just love Dolphin. Why? I guess it's good to have Dolphin temporarily there while the developer develops the file manager. But like, still, why would you make 2 file managers in one? You only need Dolphin, you know. I'd rather only have one. Now, another issue is I keep getting the Shell OS installer pop up. Now, this is not a live USB stick. I installed this to my hard drive, so I don't know why this is even included in the distro in the first place. And whenever I launch an application, this pops up too for some reason. So if I were to launch Chrome and hit cancel, well, it didn't pop up that time, but this will just pop up at the most random times right here. And for a new user, for a first-time Linux user, and this distro is obviously not at a first-time Linux user, but if you were a first-time Linux user and you're like, hey, wait, I thought I just installed it. Whatever, I'll just install it again. And then they will wipe their entire system on accident without realizing that it's already been installed and that it was just a weird glitch. I guess that could be useful to put it on a external hard drive or something, except I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure no one wants it to just pop up at random times. Speaking of random times, this distro shuts down at complete random times, and it seems to happen at the worst times too, but this is just my luck. Sometimes I'll just be like, this is my 3rd time recording this because it just randomly shuts down when I'm trying to record. And I was rendering a video and it shut down at 6 seconds, which means it had to render all over again when there are 6 seconds left. Okay, that's fun. Oh man, it's fun to have a distro that shuts down at random times. Man, that would be awesome. Yeah, this isn't... I just don't like this. Now, one of the features that is kind of cool is the status center. However, this has some issues. For example, I would appreciate it if it wasn't full screen. I think the status center would be better if it was like budgie or deepen, where it's just on the side right here. Other than that, this is pretty cool. It shows you my system status, with my charge history, my network, and my notifications, and it has support for KDE Connect. However, I have a major issue with this network devices manager. So if I were to disconnect from the network I'm on, if I were to disconnect from it and click on choose network and just choose a different network, let's do this one, and if I were to enter my security key, you have to press this button, and this took me a long time to notice because it's on the bottom right corner and it's kind of hard to see. So I kept pressing enter, and it would just bring me to this system status thing, and I kept thinking, oh, it's probably disconnected, so it moved on to a different widget or something. But then I was like, wait, why isn't my Wi-Fi working? So after going on booting into Ubuntu Budgie, since I had to dual boot for this to work, and trying to figure it out, and I couldn't figure it out, I then decided to try one more time, and then I noticed that button. So that button needs to be more noticeable. I just want to say. What's this do? Okay, well, never mind. So, I want to wrap this up very quickly because I don't want this to shut down on me like it's been doing. So, how much time have I done? Almost 10 minutes without it shutting down randomly. Wow. Yeah, this just isn't a very good distro. And what I feel like is, like I said earlier, this is just kind of to show off the shell. Not really supposed to be its own distro. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to show off really quickly is if you go to the system settings, which is full screen, which I hate. This is like the Windows 8 settings. Here's what you can do for customization. Show text on window buttons, show windows from other desktops, use a status bar, automatically show bar on the bottom of the screen, which I have enabled. Full screen, and with you can make that gateway title menu thing full screen, so I'll show you the difference. System, or I'll go back to the system settings now and do it full screen. And the gateway, and it doesn't even work. Wait, hold on. Oh, it's end screen confirmation. Okay, never mind. So full screen would mean that whenever you try and shut down, it would ask to shut down or restart at the end for full screen application, or if in the gateway. Okay. It's got a better version of the network settings. I don't know why that's down there when you could just use this. Your display options. Now this is a feature I like, screen scaling. It's trying to install Ubuntu onto a Mac with Retina display, Ubuntu Mate, and it didn't allow screen scaling, so I had issues. Redshift is kind of like Flux for Linux, and the default theme is blue, but I set it to orange. Oh, there's a decorative theme. Oh, wow. This is terrible looking. Okay. Yeah, there's loads of different themes. I like orange. Sound and notifications. Input. As you can see, there's no input settings. Power, blah, blah, blah. Lock screen. Users. Date and time. Language, accessibility, advanced, which is just the window manager. And about. So, about this system, it sucks. Okay, that was a bad pun, but I just want to end this video. Victor Tran, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but you need to make a better distro. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Peace.